What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are back today. We're going to be doing an install video of the Performance Pack gauges on a non-Performance Pack vehicle. I got these from a buddy of mine, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Great deal. He actually gave me the trim piece and the factory Performance Pack gauges and the Performance Pack gauges out of an EcoBoost. So we are actually going to be running the EcoBoost because of the boost gauge. So when we go boost, we can use that instead of adding another boost gauge in the car. I'm actually excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. My past few cars, I've never done this, but we're gonna do this today on my 2022 Atlas Blue Mustang GT. Here we go, we're gonna go right into the video. All right, guys, so we've actually already somewhat started to go ahead and get kind of an idea of what we are doing with this. The whole trim piece that goes across, you've got this bottom panel. All you do is you can use two hands, pry it off from right here. That piece comes out, and pry from the bottom of this trim piece, and you have to wiggle it. It'll sound like it's breaking, guys. It's not breaking. It's the tabs that go in these holes. Don't worry about it. Just keep on going. And I am going to mark on here so you can see where we will actually have to cut. Unfortunately, you do have to cut this because the back of the Performance Pack gauges is too big. So these slots where these clips go have to get cut out. And I will go ahead and mark these areas that way, guys, and y'all can do this and you know exactly where to cut. All right, so as I said, we will be marking these areas. You will have to take these two 7mm out, and we will be marking right here because these tabs have got to come out. All right, so once you get these two screws out, when you pull back, it's going to sound like it's breaking, but it's not. It's just the tabs coming out. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can pull out the screen, because once you get behind the screen, you will have to find the harness that goes to the back of the Performance Pack gauges. So we'll go ahead and take these off and get that out and show you guys where that wire and harness is. All right, guys, so as you see, I got the harness behind the A-pin in the screen. You've got this black little wall. You have to pull it a little bit towards you. Put your hand and your fingers behind it, hit the clip, pull it out, and it comes right out. It did take me just a few minutes because it is a tight squeeze, but after you get it, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my Performance Pack gauges, bring it back in the car, put it on, test it, make sure everything works. All right, guys, as you can see, this does work. I did plug it in, all plug and play, no programming. But remember, if you do not have that harness behind that black screen, you cannot do this. Remember, if you find out you do not have that harness, stop what you're doing, put it back together, because this is not going to work for you. All right, guys, so we got everything trimmed up. Straight line up here. Well, not that straight, but so this center vent is not fun. So I'm going to trim this up. Don't worry. All that's coming out. But I just wanted to show y'all the progress that I've made. I've already test fitted it. It's good. It's ready to go. So I'm going to finish trimming that, put the stereo back in, and getting this button back up. All right, guys, so as you can see, they are working. Everything is installed correctly. I know. So this is a 2022 301A car. Did not come with these gauges. I've got to, as you can see, this is just a silver, smooth silver. and this came out of I believe it's out of an 18, but I'm going to have to change this trim piece out, which 10 minutes, pop it off, and then it's going to be 3 screws to pull this whole section out, put it into the new one, and put it back together. So I will get that done later on down the road, but I did want to go ahead and install these, see how bad of an install it was, and go ahead and get this video dropped for you guys. So another shout out to Mike. Thank you so much. Amazing deal, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a drive. I will video the gauges, let you know that they are functioning. This was all plug and play. If you have that harness back there, this is just a plug and play feature. If you do not, you cannot do this unless you change out the whole body harness, from what I've been told. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're going to start a drive, and I will show you guys the gauges once we get on the road. Guys, these are working like they should. Sorry for it being so bouncy. These roads back here are horrible. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If I were to rate it, a 1 out of 5, 1 being the easiest, 5 being the hardest, I would say it's probably going to be a 3. It did take a little bit of time, but just take your time. If you're going to do this yourself, just take your time. Don't rush it. Make sure it's right. Check your fitment before you put everything back together. Other than that, everybody, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm glad to be back doing this again, and I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but more videos coming here pretty soon. Thanks, guys.